This is Gareth Jones on Speed, episode 60, the second part of our continuing coverage of the Le Mans 24 Hours 2008. Image-enhanced versions of the Le Mans coverage, episodes 59 and 60, will be available from Wednesday, 18th of June.
Gareth Jones on Speed!
That's the sound of all the cars lining up on the grid as they've done their first lap and they're off. The start of the 76th running of the Le Mans 24 Hours. Something like 24,000 horsepower crosses the line.
This is Gareth Jones on Speed at the Mans 24 Hours with Peugeot.
There go the three Peugeots, followed by one of the Audis. At racing speeds, that's the sound of the Aston and the Dome. Oh, that's a happy sound. You probably already noticed that the Peugeots and the Audis make almost no noise whatsoever, and it's the petrol cars screaming.
Listen for the spiker, which is quite far back. There we go, Corvettes.
The Corvettes really rumble, don't they, Richard? And there go the two Aston Martin DBR9s.
Lambo's gone through. Couldn't really hear that as an Aston. Another Vet.
And here come the Porsches, the 911s. They sound like an angry team of wasps.
That bass you're getting there is the spiker. Spiker's just gone through. There's another spiker.
Yeah, they're really raughty, aren't
Yeah,
they?
raughty. Raughty's the word.
That, I think, is one of the real benefits of Le Mans racing, that the cars all sound remarkably different. You've got a huge diversity of cars on the grid there. You've got 12-cylinder diesels, which are practically silent. You've got flat sixes. You've got V8s. You've got turbocharged sixes, turbocharged 4 out there even, I think. Great, that's what racing should be all about. Finding the best package to beat the other guys, no matter what shape it takes.
Right, what have we got then? We've got, so it's Peugeot 1, 2, 3, Audi, and then the Lola Aston Martin, which is nice. So, sorry, I'm just watching. We've got these little kangaroo things here, so we're watching a live telly feed on a table that's surrounded by beer.
I should explain, a kangaroo is not an Antipodean marsupial, it's a portable TV. Yeah, it is, but it's also a portable TV system that you can rent here at the race, and not only at Le Mans, you can get them at Grand Prix races and NASCAR in the States. And not only does it give you a little 4x3 screen with the TV feed that's broadcast locally, but you can also select in-car shots, and you can choose your favourite car and follow it.
Well, I'll do that. I'll do
that
that
go
live.
On.
Here we go.
So we're looking at the wide shot now.
Pull up, right, I've got the helicopter shot. Right, an Audi. We've pulled up an Audi out. Number 1 Audi.
Okay, we're on board with the number 1 Audi now.
That is lovely. Obviously, if you're watching in black and white, you can't see this. But trust me, it's really good. Let's have another look. We've got second Audi.
And you can also get stats screen up straight away. Let's have a look at the first lap.
Oh, we've got a
time.
Peugeot. Here we go. We've pulled up.
You're on board with the Peugeot. Which one's that? Is that Sarrazan's car?
Do you know? I don't know. This is a separate feed. I've got a separate feed up here of the number 8 Peugeot. It's in the lead. His last lap in
Lami's leading. His last lap was 3 minutes 26, which is
.624.
Frank Montani close behind. Here they go again.
There we go again.
How quiet those Peugeots are.
You get that sort of spaceship kind of. And there go the Audis. Are they noisier than last year? Because I don't remember hearing any engine noise last year. You can hear it. You can hear them. And then you can hear petrol. That's the sound of petrol.
Say again, Richard.
No, it was just superb. I'm watching a feed. I've just seen the Peugeot. It's the number 3 Peugeot, or the 3rd place Peugeot rather. Just went under the Dunlop Bridge. It's like widescreen through the windscreen with the wiper, the central wiper up the middle. It's fantastic. Look how quickly they're going.
Kevin Jones is with us from Peugeot. Kevin, you were telling us something interesting about the windscreen on the Peugeots. They've got tear-offs, haven't they?
That's right. I mean, normally in an open trackside you have tear offs for your helmet. These have actually got tear offs to the windscreen, because after a period of time you get fly, you get debris, you get maybe you come up behind some dirty cars, you just can't see out of it. And when the cars come into the pits, they clean the screens and things, and they clean this. When it gets so dirty, they then rip off this thin film of plastic effectively, and they've got a clean windscreen, you see.
How on earth do they adhere so many layers of vinyl or transparent plastic on the screen without getting air bubbles? Any idea?
Well, I imagine it's actually built, they actually assemble it, and it's a process of layered that they have manufactured, and they actually put the screen in with these layers on, because as you say, to put it on afterwards, you can't do it, I can't do it, you just get bubbles in it, don't you? So it's assembled with it, and then they just peel it off. So it's 6 layers, as I understand it, that go through the night. And it's important as you go through the night with all the lights and the glints that you have a clean screen.
It's all in the detail, isn't it? All these little detail improvements all add up to making your car a race winner.
That's right, and if you can got the vision, and these are just safety measures, sensible things really, but as you say, it's about practicing endurance racing that give you that experience to go and make the benefit of it, really.
Well, let's see how they do. We'll keep you posted here on Gareth Jones on Speed.
Just a little update. So they're halfway through the third lap. The second lap, Lame in the leading Peugeot posted a 3:22. So he knocked actual seconds, off his first lap time.
Nobody likes to show off, though, Richard.
Quicker and quicker and quicker. This is brilliant. I know this is very tedious if you're listening to this, but we're watching this in-car of the Peugeot, and it's just staggering how quickly they're going. I'm sorry, that sounds so obvious.
Well, let's just look at the times of the GT1 cars, because the amazing thing is, if you go to the timing screen, which I think is F4, yeah.
Here we go.
Can you tell me the times at the moment of the GT1 cars? You'd be surprised to see what they're doing. Go on.
I'm going to have to scroll down. I'm scrolling. There we go. All right, okay, so the leading GT1 car, Magnussen, 3:52.
How about that, eh? Blimey. Less than 4 minutes. Incredible.
Dit is Jos Verstappen. Je luistert naar Gareth Jones on Speed.
It's 11:15 in the evening now. The cars have been running for a little over 8 hours, and Richard and I have moved to our favourite spot, which is not actually in the hospitality on the start-finish straight at all, but it's by the S's. As you come over the Dunlop Bridge, there's a couple of S's before Tetre Rouge. It's a floodlit area, and the real hardcore fans spend hours out here watching the cars go by, and that's what we're doing. Now, as far as the race goes at the moment...
Guess what car that was? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
That's a Corvette, my friend.
They sound like someone breaking wind as they go past, don't they?
God.
Either that or it was the salmon I had at lunch and dinner. So, let's just have a look. Leading the race at the moment is my car, the number 7 Peugeot.
Yeah, it looks like I backed the wrong one, because I said earlier on that the number 8, and they had a lengthy pit stop.
Yeah, there's some gearbox trouble, I think, didn't they? Leading LMP2 is Jos Verstappen in the Van Meersteen Porsche Spider.
Yes.
That's another one for me. And leading GT1, I hate to say this, it's the wrong Aston. It's David Brabham's 009 Aston, so I'm a bit disappointed there. But leading GT2, Mika Salo in the Ferrari, so I'm doing well.
So basically the tip is, if you want to know who's going to do well at Le Mans, listen to Gareth Jones, and if you want to know who's not going to do well, then listen to me, or rather don't listen to me. I've backed all the donkeys, but overall things are going well. We were just talking about how actually it's been relatively incident-free so far.
Yeah, I think 8 cars have gone out. In fact, one of them, a Ferrari, the number 78 Ferrari, an Italian one, just ground to a halt underneath the Dunlop Bridge. Pulled into the Bugatti circuit, which is unused, directly in front of us. The driver struggled to get the car working whilst his team shouted him over the fence for a while. He gave up after 20 minutes, and as he walked away from the car, there was a lovely round of applause.
Yeah, we all gave him a little clap. It was quite sweet.
Yeah, it was really
Poor
sweet.
bloke, he only gave a cheery wave, but not really a cheery wave, but kind of despondent wave.
But this is my favourite bit, because I wish you could see this. Sometimes I do wish Gareth Jones on Speed was video, not just audio, because you've got the cars, they come hurtling into this braking zone here. The front brakes are glowing. The numbers on the side of the cars are glowing. The blue lights indicating who is the leader in each category on the side of the cars are glowing. and from the Aston Martin, sparks.
You get the odd spit of flame. There we go, there's an Aston just gone by, sparking, brake disc glowing. There we go, he goes in. They go in. What's quite weird is they come down this straight and they go into what looks like from here quite a tight left-hander, but they take a tight line on the inside rather than sort of going wide and then diving for the apex. They're setting themselves up for the next corner, but they're racing drivers, they know what they're doing. It looks sort of wrong if you you think about racing principle, but I suppose they do know what they're up to. So yeah, and it's banked as well, but they just glide round it. It's quite an interesting corner to watch. But you get the sparks from the Astons, you get spits of flame from some of the cars. There's a Lamborghini Murcielago running around that's really gops flame out of its arse when it goes round there.
There goes a Corvette rumbling.
Look at it. I don't really like the Corvettes for various reasons I won't go into here, but
I like the noise they make.
How can you not like the noise? I think I ought to like the Corvettes.
I'm probably going to stay here for a while, actually, until we can get hold of another beer, Richard.
Yeah, we're all out. There's another Aston sparking. Look at that. Beautiful. Look.
It's gorgeous. If you've never been to Le Mans, I strongly suggest that you come. And if you can't, blag yourself a trip on an aeroplane and hospitality like we have, get yourself a tent and then come and stay down at the S's like we're doing now, because this is the best bit for me. But Richard, I've got to correct you in what you said about, if you want to find out who's going to win Le Mans, listen to what I say. I could probably tell you who's going to be doing well after about 8 hours, but we have got a few more hours to go.
That bass rumble you heard there wasn't a Corvette, that was Celine. The one Celine. Oh yeah, we should say as well, we suddenly realised there's no spikers.
Yeah, they seem to have fallen off.
I know, we don't know. We've got to find out why, but they've disappeared.
We've mentioned before that we've got these Kangaroo TV units which have really comprehensive stats broken down, the last lap, each of the classes, the leaderboard. One thing it doesn't have is the retirements, so we can't tell you exactly when the spikers retired, or indeed have they ultimately retired, or are they just in the pits for a couple of hours, because that does happen.
For a smoke and a pancake. We're just talking then sort of about setting the scene here. The other thing is it is floodlit down here, which is quite weird, with massive expanses of gravel trap, and there's a bunch of barbecues going on somewhere over there on the campsites, and there's this sort of smoke drifting across the circuit and being caught by the floodlights, and it sort of looks like a low mist, so it adds to this kind of slightly spooky atmosphere that you get down here, these pools of light, and then the cars spearing off around Tetra Rouge and then heading off to the Mulsanne Straight. It is it's quite extraordinary.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we're hardened motorsport fans. We go to a lot of races, but there's nothing quite like this feeling that you get at Le Mans at the start of the race, at moments like this in the middle of the night, and in the morning when you wake up and find out what's been going on, and then at the end of the race. It's a series of extraordinary moments. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Hi, this is Thomas Enge. You're listening to Gareth Jones on Speed.
Just to prove that Richard and I are not lightweights, Richard, tell them what time it is.
The time, according to Gareth's watch, is 3:05 in the morning.
3:05 in the morning, and to prove that not only are we not lightweights, but we're not easily bored by a motor manufacturer. We're in the Audi hospitality at the moment, just over the Audi garage, and I just thought you might want to enjoy the sound of some Le Mans cars going down the start-finish straight at full chat. If we're lucky, we might just get a Corvette going by in a couple of minutes. It's quiet at the moment. There's a car coming into the pit lane. I can't see what it is yet, just headlamps. And you'll hear another car go down the start-finish straight. Here we go. That was a Ferrari. Fingers crossed for a Corvette. You'll know when a Corvette comes by. Listen. It was the second one of those three, but it wasn't as loud as the very loud Corvettes. I think Ron Fallows is in the loudest Corvette. Corvette leaving the pit.
Dirty noise.
There's another Corvette actually in the pit just to my left. They're in the middle of a driver change, so this could take up to 40 seconds. Here comes an Aston Martin, listen. It's on the limiter, so you don't really hear it at full chat. The wheels are on the Corvette, not all of them. That was the Dome Judd, that last one going by, and here goes the Corvette. Completely different tone to all the other cars. Just pointing at the differences in the sound of the various cars.
Know what, great that. What you can't hear is as that Corvette pulled out, he's got this hot whiff of brake dust and hot oil, and the air's quite cold now, and still it's coming up to 3:10 in the morning. And you just get these intense smells of hard-working cars, and they're getting that real sort of patina of dead flies and dirt all over them as well, so they look brilliant.
They're starting to look like proper Le Mans cars now. So that's 12 hours.
They're halfway through. Yeah, they're only halfway through.
And that's about another 3 pounds of dead flies on the front that they accumulate. It's just before 4:30 in the morning, and I don't think Richard and I could stay awake much longer. I'd like to say not that much has happened out on the circuit. Jacques Villeneuve is still leading in the number 7 Peugeot, Tom Christensen second, and Riccardo Zonta third in the other Peugeot, and Mike Rockenfeller, who's currently in the next Audi, is fourth. But it's all gone wrong for Xavier Pompidou just coming into the pits.
Another kiss of death there. I'm sorry, Xavier, but I don't know what happened. We didn't see that somehow, but he somehow stacked it on the way into the pits. And
Might be something to do with the rain.
Well, here's the thing: it's just started raining, or it's really quite coming down, and that's going to make things a little bit tasty out there. But we're just watching this on the telly as it happens, and it's although it is actually just we're back in Peugeot hospitality land. This just happened outside the window here. We saw the comedy of errors as Xavier Pompidou tried to then. Oh, he's got it going again. Look, he's going.
He's running, and he's going to make it into the pit. Brilliant.
Alive, but that car is broken.
Very broken.
Really is broken.
But we can go to bed happy knowing that one of your cars will probably be running when we wake up in about 2 hours' time.
Which one? I mean, I don't know. I seem to have cursed all of them. Oh, the wiper works on his car. Look at that. The wiper's going nicely. And they do need it. It is raining. I think, whilst we attempt to sleep, mostly on the floor under a Scale Electric's table, because somebody else has nabbed the sofas, there may be some interesting developments, because it's pelting it down.
So we'll talk to you in the morning when probably quite a lot has happened. So good night, Richard.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Jacques. Good night, Tom. Good night, Ricardo. Good night, Mike. Good night, Frank. Good night, Stefan. And I don't know what C Tinsu stands for, but good night, all the other drivers.
This is Gareth Jones on speed at Le Mans 24 hours with Peugeot.
This is Gareth Jones on speed, episode 60.
Morning, race fans. Morning, Richard. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Yeah.
You managed to get some sleep then?
Yeah, some. As long as you remember that a little still counts as some.
I had at least 4.5 hours and never woke at once. And I have to thank your inspired idea of putting in earplugs.
Yeah, I'm not sure that our other inspired idea of just finding a patch of floor and lying on it was so good. You had a corner, maybe that helped. I didn't. I was just
honestly,
lying by a wall.
It was a hard floor, but I was unconscious in minutes, so I didn't hear or feel a thing. I feel not too bad, if not a little huskier than I was yesterday.
Yeah. But I've just had some bacon and eggs, that helped.
Yeah, breakfast is good.
Breakfast is good. Coffee.
So we're on a one-stop strategy now before the end of the race.
We're just going to sprint to the end. It's 9:45, and we're not daisy fresh, but we're here. That's what counts.
about 5.25 hours racing still to go, and while we were asleep, not an enormous amount happened, other than I think there were a couple of spins in the wet, but all the major players are still running, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, except that the biggest change is that the Audi has taken the lead from the Peugeot, so it's now Audi, Peugeot, Peugeot, Audi, Audi in the top 5. I don't exactly know how that happened, but I was watching it, and it's rained overnight, and it's still raining a bit, and the track is just that really greasy sort of, it was dry and then it's drizzled kind of conditions, and so you can see from the in-cars, watching some of the in-cars, particularly the Peugeots, they look really, really skitterish.
I would imagine with that amount of torque, when it's ever so slightly damp, you're struggling to keep those back wheels going in the same direction as the front end of the car. Amazingly, the gap is only 1 lap. The leading Audi at the moment has done 298 laps.
Yeah, but that's because it's just gone over the line. Watch this, it's going to roll over to 298. The gap is actually like less than 2 minutes.
Brilliant.
Which is
less than a lap.
So it's squeaky tight there.
So, you know, after 19 hours running, they're still within 4 minutes of each other, which means by the end of the race, which means that we simply can't call it. We've still got over 5 hours running to go to know whether or not the people in this Peugeot building behind us are going to be celebrating or commiserating.
Well, yeah, one final thing though for now is that because it's been raining, all the cars are extra filthy and they look fantastic. They look like weaponry now. They're all mucked up. It's brilliant.
I have to say, a bit further down the line in LMP2, the Van Merkstein car with Jos Verstappen and Jeroen Bleekemolen is still leading the pack, and in GT1 it's the 009 Aston Martin that's only 1 lap ahead of Jan Magnussen in the Corvette. And in GT2 it's my lad Gian-Maria Bruni in the Ferrari with Mika Salo. So results, you know, if Peugeot don't manage to do it because of Audi's continued dominance, I have a feeling someone's going to win this race for me. We'll find out in due course. Two hours to go, and the number 7 Peugeot is chasing the number 2 Audi, which has the lead at the moment. But the Audi has just been involved in a collision with a Zytek. We thought there may be some damage. The Audi seems to be staying out and it hasn't come in the pits. But there was a sudden rush of excitement here in the Peugeot hospitality. The race isn't over yet. 2 hours to go and Peugeot could yet steal this race from Audi. It's so exciting.
Gareth Jones on speed at the Le Mans 24 Hours 2008.
Just less than an hour to go, and the 24-hour of Le Mans has really come alive. It started raining, and Nicolas Minassian is still chasing Tom Christensen in the number 2 Audi. And he's got slicks on, hasn't he, Richard? Did you know that? He's got slicks on, Minassian?
Yes, he has, because one of the other Peugeots has put full wets on, but Minassian, when he went in, didn't change tyres as far as I noticed.
He believed that it was dry enough, I think, down the other side of the circuit that he could make up the difference.
Well, he's already had one spin just a couple of minutes ago, so he might be wrong, I think, worryingly.
We'll know in approximately 50 minutes in our time, and probably in about 10 seconds in Gareth Jones on speed time.
Genuinely quite tense.
Yeah, I mean, being in the Peugeot hospitality here, I don't know, it's like waiting for an explosion or something to happen. He goes through now. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
Le Mans 24 Hours 2008. The winners cross the line.
I'm standing in a great position to watch Tom Christensen drive the number 2 Audi towards the finish line. I don't know if he's going to do one more lap because it's 13:58 or 14:58 here in France by my reckoning. Will he get another lap in? They've actually crossed the line now. Nicolas Minassian simply couldn't catch it.
That's it. All done.
What
It's all over.
unbelievable.
Oh my God, that was extraordinary. It really was remarkable.
It was a proper bit of racing towards the end. I mean, it was always racing all the way through.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes people just romp away and there's so many laps ahead that you know that unless they crash out, there's no chance that anyone's going to catch them. But with this, there was always this tiny glimmer of hope that one long pit stop or just a spin that took time to recover from, and the Peugeot in second could snatch victory. And
here comes the number 8 Peugeot.
That's the number 8.
Number 9, sorry.
That was it. The number 8. Yeah, it's way back. It's very bad luck. And we've just also seen the Golf, is that the Aston, was that 007 or 009?
That was 007, that one was.
Okay, 009 has won its class.
Yay! And Jos Verstappen has won the LMP2 class in the Van Merkstein car.
Yes.
In a Porsche Spider with Jerome Bevermolen and Peter Van Merkstein himself.
If not all of your wish list came true then, in a way.
And, Mika Salo and Gianmaria Bruni in the Ferrari. So, unbelievably, I got most of it right. There goes the Charoux Aston Martin, still running at the end.
Still running. Is that? And there's a Murcielago as well. The Murcielago ran till the end.
Is it still running too?
Well, I think it was. Even the Dome had gone back out again.
Yes. And the Radical running at the end. I think the Radical should be done under the Trades Descriptions Act. There's nothing radical about that car. It looks just like the Ferrari 333 SP in the Mono colours. That's not radical.
I think copycat's a bad name for a car, though.
What an unbelievable race this is.
Genuinely amazing race. And how amazingly tired I am as well. But by God, we enjoyed it. It has been superb.
And you've got to go, haven't you? You're on a train.
I've got 15 minutes. I've got to be out of here. Get a train to Paris and the Eurostar home. Yeah. So
Richard, you have a good train journey back, mate. I've enjoyed the race, enjoyed broadcasting with you.
It's been excellent.
I'll see you back at Speed headquarters in about 12 days' time.
Superb.
In the meantime, I'm going to go and join the throng on the start-finish straight and do a bit of celebrating, I think.
Have a glass of champagne for me, mate.
I'll have more than a glass of champagne for you.
See you on the other side of the ditch.
Bye, man.
Bye-bye.
Gareth Jones on speed at Le Mans!
Well, I've come down to the start-finish straight, the pit lane, as the national anthem of the United Kingdom rather appropriately rings out for the winners in the various categories up there on this massive podium at Le Mans. Richard is already on a fast train back to Britain. Me, I'm slumming it. I'm going to be on a plane tomorrow morning. But from here at Circuit de la Sarthe, this is Gareth Jones reporting for Gareth Jones on Speed. We'll be back with a brand new show in about 12 days' time. Bye, guys, and thanks for downloading. I'm going to get some sleep. Thank you. Congratulations to Alan McNish, Tom Christensen and Ronaldo Capello for winning this event. Commiserations to Peugeot, but congratulations to their number 17, Nicolas Manassian, Marc Genet and Jacques Villeneuve for getting that car second on the podium, and the number 8 car, Stefan Sarrazin, Alexander Wurz and Pedro Lamy. In fact, my thanks go to all the Peugeot crew, the drivers, the team and the PR guys who made this programme possible. Thanks, guys. Merci.
You can write to the show on speed at garethjones.tv. Download and subscribe for free at garethjones.tv or the iTunes Store. Mobile TV and race data supplied by Kangaroo TV. Gareth Jones on Speed at Le Mans 2008 was made by Whiz Bang with the kind assistance of Peugeot.